And hi, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. Got my wine Ricky. More memories come back, more I feel disgusted. And I will find my paperwork no matter what, because I moved around a lot. My house burned down, and the other house flooded out. But that's a different story. This is still keeping it nice and warm. And we're going to go to biggest threats of the U.S. economy. The stimulus package doesn't do good for the average American. I hear everybody says, oh no, it's going to be great down the road. No, it isn't. It's a one point something trillion dollar package that's going to everybody in America. Inflation, overprinting money. Okay? Higher, that's number two. Number one's the stimulus package is going to kill America. Number two is inflation. Who's the idiots in charge of the Treasury? They got reelected and put into office again by Captain Crazy and crew. Okay, overprinting of money again. Well, we'll just print out more money like Zimbabwe. Wrong. Or the Weimar Republic, they did wonderful. Wrong again. Oops. Okay. Higher housing costs. Okay, because California quit building a lot of houses, they're running out of room. And they're not demolishing the older houses to replace them with new ones. Okay? A lot of people don't understand. Number three and two, a lot of these places are areas of Sunbelt. If you go to Michigan, there's houses they're trying to get rid of. But nobody wants to live there. It's economically depressed, it snows, and it's cold. I know a couple of towns I could buy it for $5,000. Nobody wants to live out there. I don't want to live out there. So you got this imbalance of system. You can't have everybody going to one spot. So make up your mind. You could get a nice house in a crappy area away from this, and it'd be better for you. If you're trying to build a city or community, you're out of luck. And who's been in charge of housing? You read the Democratic outline for the future from 1920 to 1999. It's still the same. Fair and equal housing, but separated. What kind of bullshit is that? Okay, rents are going up. Okay, because the big corporation know if they own blockchains of apartments or duplexes, they make twice the money than ever. Okay, salaries are going up because they're printing out more junk money. They're going to throw you out. Well, yeah, we'll have $15. We'll just charge everything higher. Okay, sooner or later, that's going to be the great offset. And you're just like, well, here's $10,000. Go flip those hamburgers. What $10,000 of crappy U.S. money would buy? 2 hamburgers and a squirrel. Okay, salaries are going up. Supply chains are getting clogged up, and we know who and why and how. So do your own research on that. That's number 6. Supply chains are clogging up. Salaries are number 5. Rents are number 4. Number 7. Shortages of semiconductors. Now, who's the brainiacs who pushed everything towards China? Now China can't make enough for itself, and only we got Taiwan and Vietnam and Japan left, and parts of South Korea. They can't meet the demands. And I've been saying, why don't you make Guam a 51st state? It's a state so you could ship directly to the U.S. from Guam to Hawaii to the West Port. Easy. Not rocket science, folks. They can't even tie their shoes in the White House. Okay, because Captain Crazy, like Uncle Al, has to use slip-ons. Okay, so shortage of semiconductors. They don't make semiconductors in Silicon Valley. That's a joke. They haven't been making anything in Silicon Valley for the last 20 years. Gas prices. Because right now, because the carbon guys and the eco guys and the climate guys says gasoline is bad and we should go all electric. Okay, we'll get an electric car and kill about 400 kids. People don't realize when you manufacture an electric car, how many little kids do you kill? On average, you kill 400 kids to get the rare earths, minerals, and everything to go into that car. They don't tell you that. That Elon Musk don't tell you, whoops, we better not tell people that we killed a lot of little kids. Okay, that's the truth. You buy an electric car, you're killing 400 little kids. That's a plain truth. Do your research, find out where half of these rare metals come from. It doesn't come from outer space. Some of these kids are coughing worse than Uncle Alan. Blood's coming out of their mouths while you're driving in your fancy eco car. You're lucky I don't come up to you and take the mallet of truth and pound it into your little liberal noggin. Okay? Gasoline prices. Because we have to fight 3 oil cartels, the U.S., NWO, you know those guys, come on! And then the CCP, power to the people. Okay? No difference. Time to realign their thinking process. A lot of people, oh no, Uncle Anna, they're not that. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to me. I see the truth. This is the truth. Do your own research. If they didn't say kill them or get killed, I heard that on 6 public news stations and also NPR. What the bloody hell? And I heard another one, the alphabet group, the 3-letter alphabet group, they're the wrong kind of black people. I said, so it doesn't matter? Not their lives, they're the wrong kind of black people. Excuse me? Am I living in the Twilight Zone? The wrong kind of black people? They go to church, they pray, they live in a nice house, and they don't speak ghetto, and you're telling me they're the wrong kind of black people? What the hell's wrong with you, son? Okay. Number 9, the highest national debit. Okay, within 1 year, because we were cutting back on the debit. Now it's going the other way. It tripled, quadrupled, it went through the roof, went nuts. 31 years, just boom. Okay. 10, the uncertainty of the stock market. A lot of the stocks are not viable. And big tech, big pharma, big business, big anything, corporations have double woven themselves. So stocks are still a good option, and we're going to cover that on the flip side, how to make money, what's coming up. But right now, we have to be careful, okay, in the stock market, because some of the stocks are getting suspect. In other words, it's a ghost shell. In other words, it looks nice. I'll put my money in there. And all of a sudden, the stock's gone, and you got toilet paper money or paper money to wallpaper in the house, like in the 1920s. Okay? Nobody ever listens to Uncle Al, and they will never do it. Oh, God, it feels good. Nice and warm. I love these things. Okay? Now, everybody says it won't affect us. That property crash in China, number 11, will affect properties around the world. That company owned other companies in California, Washington, Oregon, Canada, all over the Americas, Europe, and Africa. People do not listen to Uncle Al. Well, that won't affect me. Are you paying a mortgage? Yeah. Do you buy land? Yeah. It'll affect you. Okay? The property crash in China will affect you. It'll be starting in 2002. Takes a year. This is what's going to happen. Once you moved onto your land, you're going to get a mortgage increase to a point that you can't pay taxes or your mortgage. Surprise! That was number 11. Number 12, trade war with China. China's winning. Okay? They own everything in the United States. You just don't know about it yet. So we lost big time. And China's, let's see if I can find that book again. I've been trying to shove this down people's throats for last month. And still, nobody understands. Other than the bad movies that are coming out. Nobody understands. I'm not repeating it. If you haven't got it figured out yet, sorry, you're going to die. Period. Okay? Trade war with China. We're losing, they're winning. The political divide in Washington, D.C. You have the NWO, liberals, progressives. You know, if you listen to them very closely and like, damn, they sound like the you-know-who people from the 1920s and 30s and had a little guy with a mustache going. And then you hear the other people going, yo. Okay? So you have the CCP and NWO, No World Order. And if you ever listen to what they're saying, it's two old groups. And nobody understands. Uncle Al, fine. I'm sitting this one out. You have your mess. You enjoy that mess. Okay? Political divide in Washington. There is no American in Washington. It's either one of these groups. So I'm a congressman and I belong to the people. Remember, next year is 2022. How long are these people are going to survive? A lot of smart Democrats and Republicans are resigning their seats because they know when January hits like that, they're going to be instant targets. It's like you probably need an armed guard to wipe your ass when you go to the bathroom. Sorry about the jocularity, but that's going to be true for the rest of your life. Okay? The divide is here, and we're in a war that you cannot win. And America is not going to exist. I love America. America's great, except we got idiots and morons running the ship. Number 14, the environment. This is a big one, folks. There's a lot of things people could have done to prevent the environment degrading. But did they do it? No, because they said, well, I'm not going to stop it because it's racist. Or some other baloney social media crap. Okay? It's not racist to pick up garbage or put your shopping cart back into the rack. All right? It's part of being a grown-up. And a lot of you people are not grown-ups. You're acting like retarded Beaver the Cleaver with a double-digit IQ. And this is the world you're going to receive. You're not good stewards of the earth. And I swear to God, one of these 4 cities on the West Coast, Greater LA, San Francisco area, Seattle, Portland, is going to get hit with a wrath of thunder or a wrath of God. Take your pick. Because Uncle Alan's tired. I'm walking away. I think this is number 80. I'm going to say goodbye. You're on your own. Good luck. have a nice time, because I'm remembering things that I can't tell to anybody. And it really upset me because so much I try to be good and nice and help people, it's not going to make any difference for the 190 million of the 190 million people destined to die. I can't stop it. I can maybe save 70 million people at best. Everybody else, I'm sorry, you're the 190 million people, and I have to protect my group and herd from you guys. And people say, oh, we're not infected. We're not zombies. Yeah. And I'm the next lotto winner. This will all change if I won the lotto, have a beautiful wife, and get off of YouTube once and for all. But no. I need to get 190 million wooden stakes. I think I got my hatchet around here. Sorry. So warm. I love these things. Keep your hands nice and warm. Okay? Trying to keep this thing up. Keep it nice and erect, but it's getting hard. It gets soft and floppy all the time. Okay? And that's the environment. Number 15, cause of all roots of all evil. Working from home. We are not manufacturing crap. We don't have anything coming out of America except maybe some dinky little weird stuff on a 3D printer. We're behind in everything, folks, last 20, 30 years. Everybody else is laughing at us. Okay? So we could do the jungle and say goodbye. You're on your own. Atlas shrugs. Fine. You solve the problems. You won't. All right? Now, let's take off the Santa Claus hat. And switch over to let's make money. Yeah. All right. To get money, you have to buy real estate. So you got to outthink and you got to adjust right. You can't pick up real estate in today's market away from the big guys. Just make sure you're not in an area, preferably in a rust belt or a blue belt where they have depressed properties. If it's a really depressed area, blow it up, level it off to the ground, and keep the land. Okay, that's number 1 and number 3 together. Real estate and land. Because everybody look at me, well, if we buy the home, blow it up. It ain't worth salvaging. We keep the land, and when everything gets stable, what's the biggest thing we have to sell? Land. It doesn't go away. It stays there forever. Okay? 2, the stock market. Certain stocks that are not affected by big businesses that are for the future of humanity are doing well. But if they are tainted by big whatever, or tainted by the fake climate people, or fake environmental people, or fake liberal people, those companies get awoke, go broke, and your stocks. So you want to find a hardcore stocks. All right? Nobody ever listens to old Uncle Al. All right? They want the rich quick scheme. Good luck. Number 4, you want to get a currency like the Swiss franc. Get a Swiss bank account, get some Swiss francs, put in about a couple $100,000 in a Swiss savings box. And then you get a Swiss account, a good one. You know, and don't tell anybody, and put it under maybe a dead person's name, or could be somebody else's name, and you don't tell anybody. Now, because the things are being screwed up all over the world, some of the superior currencies in the world are being affected, like the euro, the British pound. Now, those two back before everything went nuts were the two best things to invest. Now it's kind of iffy. Okay, that's the Great Reset or offset. And what happens is the British pound will come back, and I hate to be anybody who caused it to dip, because the royal houses were like, okay, that's enough that you're screwing with our money. And they're coming after your butts. Seriously. Same thing with the euro. They find out that somebody's been dipping in the kitty, and if Russia comes in and backs the euro, it's going to be one of the world's strongest currency in the world. Because what does Russia have? It's number 14, raw materials, gold, silver, gas, oil, food. What do you have? Jack shit. Sorry for the jocularity again. Again, I told this to Will before he passed away. Be careful on Bitcoin. Don't play around with it unless you do all the work on it. Yeah, I'll just take some shortcuts. And he lost his money. Okay? You still got some money left. People don't understand Bitcoin. Okay? It's not for the person with a double-digit IQ. It's fine for me and other people, but it's not good for everybody else. You've got to know what you're doing. But I went to college. I used to work for, I don't give a crap. It's a hustler's game. Okay? Cryptocurrency is a hustler's game. You have to be careful. And number 6 is alternate currencies. Other digital currency other than Bitcoin. You have to be very careful. Like water, it disappears once you toss it. But if you have it in a glass, it's a cooling drink. But that same water disappears. Okay? A lot of people don't get that. NFT. That's another crypto thing. I have to warn people. Yes, it's worth a lot of credits or money, but you have to be careful. That's number 7. Write this down. NFT. And do your research on it. And the old number 8, old classical standby, gold, silver, platinum. Now you can mine for gold, mine for silver, and you can mine for platinum. It's out there, you just got to know where to get it. And it's hard work. It ain't easy. It's not, oh shoot. I don't have my phone that's around here charging someplace. It's not by a cell phone, nope. Or a smartphone, nope, nope. It's back-breaking work. But gold, silver, and platinum is a safe bet. Also, jewelry other than diamonds. I keep warning you people, if you do precious stones, when people say, we got diamonds, that's like garbage. It's like, we got dog shit. But you got to look at the other gemstones. I always tell people a good source of moneymaker is turquoise, emeralds, rubies, and you go down the line. You have to be careful with pearls because pearls can be synthetic. Okay, but everything else on the gem list you can make money off of. You just got to know and haggle and twist and bend. Okay, number 9, livestock. Okay, I see a lot of city people doing this mistake. If you don't understand livestock, seriously. And I had one of my questions. I have pasture, hay, a salt block, and a protein tub. And I said, if your wife is pregnant and you don't give her the supplement or prenatal care, what the hell's wrong with that kid? Well, it's a cow, Uncle. It's a difference. Yeah, the calf will get scurvy or worms, and sooner or later it'll be underfed, undernourished, and they'll die. If your pasture does not meet my standards, it's garbage. And it's supposed to be 2 acres for a regular cow, 3 acres if it's a nursing cow. So do you have 3 acres per cow? Think about it. And if I go out there and see your pasture and it's full of weeds and toxic plants, somebody's going to get a boot up their ass. Okay? Cows are like kids. They're stupid. And you're responsible for that animal's life and that calf's lives. I've seen too many sick and dead calves because of people like, I had pasture, I had hay, and I had salt out there in blocks, and I got a protein rock or protein tub. You have to feed supplements for the first 6 months after the calf is born. Unless your pasture has 5 different grasses on it, it's garbage. But I just only seed it with one kind of grass. Isn't that enough? No. Livestock is worth money. If you got good livestock, not a problem. A lot of you don't have good livestock. They're either half sick or half dead or half malnutrition. And anybody who has a lick of sense see a lot of these people pushing off sick and diseased animals like, it's fine. You know, people get upset, especially old timers. Okay, that's number 9, livestock. You better know what the hell you're doing. Number 10, art. Now, if you know art, okay, you buy a nice little painting for about $10,000, old money, and put that art away. And like real estate, it'll double, depending who painted it or the period it was painted. Okay, that's art or statues. I know a person made, I think, $6 million off a little brown statue, about this big, right, bronze statue that he kept for, and his family bought and sold, escaped from Germany with it, and they tucked it away. And on his deathbed, he told his nephew to cash it in. Now, the nephew is stupid as hell. Thought it was a paperweight. So he put it on his desk as a paperweight. He's a moron. Luckily, his brother wasn't a moron, took it from him, told him he's going to get the real value, took a museum. The family had $6 million sitting next to hamburger wrappers and donuts in a New York shop. Now, isn't that stupid? That's what one of the biggest problems with art, because there's art all around us, but people don't understand the value of art. They go into the crap. Okay? This one always throws me off. Luxury watches. If you have a high-end with papers watches, beware of counterfeits. You make a lot of money. I know one guy who saved his butt by cashing in all his watches. He got a cool $2 million. He was broke. He owed money to the IRS and everybody else. And then he cashed in all his watches. It's like fine jewelry. Luxury bags, that's number 12. You know all the name brands of those handbags? If you have good ones and you can tell the quality and everything, that's money in the bank. A lot of people in Argentina and Venezuela fled the country. They cashed in their bags. Right now, I know some people in Venezuela cash in luxury handbags and bags and products made by certain companies, and they're booked. Number 13, vintage cars. If you have a classic car, upkeep it, and it's perfect, you make a lot of money. You go ask anybody, because they don't make that car anymore. Vintage cars, folks. Number 14, again, is raw materials. And number 15, basically anything. Now, I'm trying to remember where the hell did I put Number 15, sorry, this one's a long one, but people ask me these stupid questions. how to make money. I'm telling you right now. Washington Post and New York Times telling people stop whining and suck it up. You know what you can do with your Washington Post and New York Times? You wrap it up, you put it with some dog shit, and you send it flaming into their office. Now, what I'm going to plan to do is Project Old Richard. That's candy bar. That's my dream job for dream event to make money. I still don't get out of the snickers about, wouldn't you like to have an Old Richard in your mouth? It's a candy bar. And people look at me weird. I don't know why. And then another thing is, I'm trying to go it's a third generation personal defense weapon. I'm going to try to bring it back from Ruger, buy the rights, rework it a little bit. I think I can make money off of that. And then do a couple other studies on things and stuff. So I got about 5 or 4 projects that guarantees in the future I will make money. And not nickel and dime stuff. I'm talking about if I get it off and sit and running, okay, I'm looking at a good, cool $2 to $4 million first year. That's not making little projects or making candles. If you think big, you make big. If you think little, you make little. All right, folks? Now, see you later. You have a nice Sunday or this Saturday. Anyway, I think this is 80. I think this is 80. And I hope that helps you out because people are asking me these questions